Okay, let me scroll back so I can see who's hanging out. And we have James, Michael, Alita, Darren. Alita, thank you. Chris, what is up, brother? And Bob. That's okay, Bob. Hey, we got family and things to do. And Bill and Schmoke. Thank you for stopping in, though, Schmoke. I appreciate that. Fernando and Sue. Curtis, good evening to you. We only have 12 likes. That's not good. And Mr. Perez and Topher says loud and clear. Joe. And just want to make sure I don't like to miss anybody. And Kenneth, good evening to you. And James, sounding fine. Thank you. And let me see. It was good. Otto and Kevin and Carol and Darte. It's halftime at Suns football game, so I get to come in to say hi. I appreciate that, Darren. Lily, please. And Jim, I wished I could, but I can't make it. I've got way too much going on. We have 31 watching and 28 likes. We need a few more in there. I'm just trying to make sure I caught up with everybody. Ooh, almost clicked off the chat. That would have not been good. There we go. And no garage tonight. No, it's a disaster. I had nowhere to set up because I was doing a bunch of work. So I figured do it in the office, which is fine. And Jackson's Garage, how are you? And let me see. Mr. Elder, hello. And Rod. I still don't have my dog ate the homework. Okay, and winning, that's a good thing. Lily, Gary, how are you? Out of your realm, not in the garage. It is a little weird in the office tonight because I'm used to being up the garage doing it now, but everything's a disaster up there right now. Heather and I are doing a quick video in there tomorrow for Sunday, and then I gotta get back on the body work and start getting that done. 45 watching, 35 likes. So we definitely need the like button smashed, folks. And Dave, say thanks for email the other day, the advice about the carb. I appreciate your help. Oh, I'm glad, Dave. I hope it helped. I get a lot of emails, so sometimes it does take me time to catch up on them. And Adam, what is up, brother? And Linda, hello, honey. Hi. How are you, sweetheart? I can't believe you stopped in. Check your PayPal. No, I'm just kidding. 46 watching, 36 likes. What is going on with that? Okay, let me check here. Lily, please get going. Lily's acting up. Heather's not home. So it's her job to act up. Honey, get going. Heather usually babysits the dog while I'm talking. Wanted to see what I was wearing. Well, I took my tuxedo off because I thought, you know, it gets around the neck, it's tight, you know what I mean? Linda's actually a very personal friend of mine who lives right up the road. Started putting the sound deadener on my Super today. Tips from your video. Do you have any tips that weren't on the video? No, everything with the sound deadening was pretty cut and dry. The main thing is do you take your wife's hair dryer or your girlfriend, your mom, whoever, when they're not around, and use it to warm it up, and it flows much easier when you're rolling it into the seams. And then don't return it like I do, because I kept the hair dryer once I took it. So, Russell, what is up? Hello to you. Finally, after a year, I got my Senator capes on sale. One around ordered from Wolfsburg West. Should be here Monday. Sweet. There you go. And you got from a good place. They do have nice stuff. Yeah, get the likes up, folks. Come on, let's smash that like button. And Neil, how are you tonight? And today I have running water now, but everything needs to get flushed well, really gunky. I'm glad, Rod. I like the color of your house and the roof combination when you sent it, and it's finally coming together for you. And I appreciate you sending me pictures and videos, because what you folks have been through is not what I would want to go through, or anybody. That's I'm sorry, I'm checking something here. There we go. That is catastrophic, my friend. But thankfully, homeowners and everything worked out. So, and nobody was hurt. If you make it to Jim's tomorrow, bring some stickers. I need one. I won't be in Ohio tomorrow. We have too much going on. My daughter's got a wedding on the 18th, so it's been crazy here. I would have liked to made it to Jim's. I would have enjoyed that. We came last fall, and I brought the whole family, and we wore, well, no, I didn't, but everybody else wore Halloween stuff. I just came ugly. But truthfully, I wished I could have made it tomorrow because I wanted to check out. I hear there's not as many vendors there this time of year for that, you know. And Lita is on it tonight. We have 49 people. We only have 39 likes. So please like it up, folks. I appreciate that. Circuit Wags in Cedarville, Tennessee this weekend. Hope to see some members there. And if you folks do go to the car shows, don't forget to wear your T-shirt because that's how a lot of folks are, you know, running into each other and making friends. Some of you have the members perch T-shirt, you know. Crunch time for wedding. Chris, you know all about it, my brother. And thank you for the videos that you'd sent in pictures. I thought they were beautiful. I really did. And I mean that. 49 watching, 41 likes. Wayne, welcome in, brother. How are you doing, my friend? And you want to live stream the wedding? No. Well, that'd be funny, huh? Up there doing the chicken dance, acting like an idiot, doing cartwheels, you know. And Carl, what is up? Heather's not in tonight. She's not home. She's away for 2 weeks, technically speaking. And you see 50 watching, 45 likes. We're getting up there with the likes. And like I said before, it has nothing to do with revenue. Likes is what helps promote the channel, and people find it easier and we're recommended then. Well, sort of. But party at Slades. Let's get it going, man. I'm alone. Well, for except my dog and cat. But Lily's actually, yeah, she's laying down now, thankfully. Heather's not here, so she starts acting like a little brat running around is what she does. But no, I wanted to be in the garage tonight, but Heather and I are going to film tomorrow. She's going to come home for a little while for Sunday's video. And it won't be a bodywork video this week. Starting Monday, I'm going to be sanding down the roof, the trunk, the front, the side, my butt, my foot, you know. But I had so much going on with wedding preparations for Heather and running her around. So I'm going to do a video tutorial this week with Heather on a few things. So I think it'll be actually fun. But the garage it's in bad shape. I got to clean up. Weather out here in Yuma is finally turning nice. The extreme heat is done for the year. You know, Linda that you see on here, I don't know if she's still in here. We talk about that off and on. The heat is miserable. And, you know, I think it's because I'm getting older. I used to be able to tolerate the heat very well. And I worked in the heat. When I was a mechanic in a lot of the shops, obviously there was no AC. You know, you're bending over a fender all day and the manifolds are 1,000,000 degrees and the heat. It never bothered me. But now it's the humidity. I cannot handle the humidity. And if I could have it 70 degrees year round, maybe 65 degrees, oh, I'd be doing backflips in the front yard. Well, you know, that's a bit extreme, but I would really love normal weather. And yeah, the cold's miserable too, Darren. It is. November still isn't bad here either. December's like, you know, we can pull it off kind of. January is when it starts to get a little brisk, you know. And yeah, Linda, I do too, sweetheart. The humidity is horrible. I can probably stand the heat a little. It's the humidity, because then when I'm out cutting grass, I can't breathe, and I think, oh, I'm dying, something's wrong. But no, it's called being 61 years old in the heat. You know what I mean? So I can take cold more than the heat. Oh yeah, Rick, I can too. There's no doubt about that. It was 89 today in Finley, no humidity, beautiful day. Yeah, that is a beautiful day if you have the humidity low like that. Joe, what is up, brother? Yeah, humidity stinks. I like the winter. I like the fall. I like the spring. It's when summer hits. It's just is what it is. I know there's nothing we can do about it, but like move. And I'm too old to move, you know, so it does, Wayne. It does. You know, I turned 61 in July. I believe I forgot my damn birth month for a second. and I don't drink. Maybe I should. But, you know, getting older, like I felt good like just 2, 3 years ago. And all of a sudden, all kind of crap started going wrong. Shoulder hurt, knee hurt, my butt hurt. I'm like, really? Like, what is going on? They say you're getting in your 60s and it's the golden years. I don't believe that. 90 here today in Wisconsin. I know where Bob's at. Was your humidity high, Bob, out there? We get very low humidity out here. Once triple digits leave, the weather gets beautiful. Oh, I'll bet it does in Arizona, no doubt. But at least you don't have all the salt and snow and all that crap, you know. I like the fall, hate the winter. Yeah, Curtis, I agree. I mean, I love fall. I think fall is the best. And spring. It's when it starts getting down into the 30s, I'm like, ugh. And then sometimes we'll get down to like 15 degrees and stay that way for days on end. And that's usually like when the dog wants out a lot and messes around and I got to stand there watching her like an idiot freezing, you know. Look at that, over 60. Thanks. I don't mind aging. I really don't. It don't bother me that way. Just physically, it aggravates me. It's like I wished I was 10 years younger, just physically, from, you know, just sore back and stuff like that, you know. Yeah, Kevin, I agree. Spring and fall is the best. It really is. The Halloween movies will be on the TV soon with Heather. Don't watch gory stuff. I know she jokes about witchy stuff and that's her joke and stuff, but she likes the old Chiller Theater. Some of you may not know that. Chiller Theater stuff like Creature from the Black Lagoon and Frankenstein and all that. That's the stuff we watch, you know. Are we going to get Halloween video this year of your house? You'll have to ask Heather, Mr. Perez, bro. I don't know, to tell you the truth. She didn't bring that up. The Christmas video will be out this year, of course, but now we're changing over her channel to video podcasting we're going to do together. That'll start in mid-November. So I don't know how many more cottage tours there will be, but we are definitely going to do the Christmas tour because that's when I take my break for a week, you know, and it helps out. And not too bad on the humidity, Bob said. And 57, what is up? 60s are tarnished years. Yeah, that's about right. Let me see. I want to make sure I didn't miss anybody here. And Michael said the only thing golden as we age is our urine. Yeah, that's about right, too. Honestly, I said to Heather not too long ago, probably too many times, I'm like, I've taken a beating the last couple of years. Like all kind of stuff started breaking and getting bad in my body. But me too, Kevin, our coldest month is January, and even then it's mid-60s. I can handle the 60s, there's no doubt. I'm usually sitting out in the porch here in the morning when it's in the 60s with coffee. I'm just thankful I'm still above the dirt. 62 in November. Oh, Chris, you sent me that video, you know, the one that you was nice enough sent me. I thought you were a lot younger than that, to be honest with you. And I mean that. I really did. That was such a beautiful video. It really was. It really made me smile. Halftime is over. You'll have a good chat. Hey, Darren, thanks, brother. I'll catch up with you over the weekend. And I hope they win, and I hope you have a good time and don't start no fights. 71 in Concord, California, 6:12 p.m. Huh? Oh, that's right. I'm sorry. You're 3 hours behind, brother. How you feeling, James? You don't have to get into detail on here. I understand. But how you feeling, brother? Because that was when I was getting them messages that night, I was keeping my phone real handy. I think you caught that. Humidity was high, and it's a temperature very close to 90. Ugh, that's no fun. Toby is here, just got off the mountain low 50s up here, and colors are popping. Yeah, and you know, that is awesome, Toby. And welcome in, brother. I didn't know you stopped in yet. It's the colors. When you go to the mountains, or like we have a place near us, if Linda's still on, she'll know. Lynn Run State Park, Ligonier area, when you get out there near us, it's real pretty. The leaves changing, you know. I'm going to have to take Heather out there soon. I haven't been out there yet, you know, at this time of the year. And Boris Karloff and Bela Lugosi, that is right down my avenue, Otto. It really is. I love them old movies. The only Halloween I really like is the one from like 76 or 77. It was like the first Halloween. And I like that one, kind of low key. But I like the old black and white ones. When I was little, they scared the crap out of me, especially the creature from the Black Lagoon. I think I peed myself a few times watching that one, but I just love the old ones. I think they're better, although I'm sure not many would agree with me, 49 and 49, Alita, you're my partner in crime here. I appreciate you doing that because, as I said, since I switched to my phone using that, I can't see the likes until I'm completely done. So it kind of stinks a little bit, but that's just how it works. Tristan Slade, I don't know if you remember, but we talked about my bolt snapping from the body to the pan. I'm trying, Tristan. Was it them two little bolts that are up near the firewall in the front, the bulkhead? I think. Not sure. I'm trying to remember. And Bandito, how are you tonight? And Toby, here we go. We were doing my son's wedding invite photos. Turned out great. Outstanding. Outstanding, Toby. We're on the 18th here. My daughter's getting married. My younger daughter. My older daughter's already married. So it's a lot to get done. I mean, Heather's doing 90% of the work. I'm just helping with financial and support for her because there's so much work to do, in all honesty, but you all know that, I'm sure. So that's why things got a little wonky, with the videos, is because we're very, very busy the next week or two, but I'll still have a video out Sunday. I'm not going to miss putting a video out. Doing much better last week. I appreciate everything, Slade. That's good, James. I haven't wanted to bug you and ask personal information, although you did tell me what was going on and terrified me. And it sounds like you went through a very similar situation that I did, just a different outcome. Thankfully, yours was, what they think it is. So, I mean, that's awesome. For the test that they did on you, though, you're fine. Just take it easy for right now. And late, but I made it. Nah, it's not really late. We were only in here for 15 minutes, and Linda retracted her message. She probably said, "You are really cool," and I don't think he's cool, so she retracted it, but how about Young Frankenstein, Slade? Everybody likes, I like Young Frankenstein. That was Gene Wilder and the lady from Mr. Mom. I like her. Can't remember her name now, but that was a good movie. It really, really was. Arizona and Nevada border next to Zion National Park. Oh, I'll bet that's beautiful, Toby. I bet that is beautiful. 50 and 50. Thank you for doing your part for our CEO. And thank you for watching it, Alita. I really appreciate that, honey. I really do, more than you realize. Like I said, not to be repetitive, but I can see how many's in here, but I can't see the likes until I shut off now. Between the webcam and phone or something different. But I think this phone is 100% better than that webcam. This 23 Samsung Ultra, whatever it is, I think the clarity is so much better for the live chats. Let me see here. Boom, 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 boom. I used to work at the in Ligonier. Oh, really? Oh, wow. I love Ligonier. If the taxes weren't so high out there and the homes weren't like way over the top, I would live in downtown Ligonier, if that's what you call it. It's not. When I say downtown, people picture Pittsburgh or something, and Ligonier is just so beautiful. I'm sure Linda would agree with me. And Croc Customs Cannonburg says hello. Motor loves these cool evenings. Cannonsburg. But we need about 30 minutes from me near Greensburg. Maybe a little further in traffic. Not much, though. It is nice and cool out tonight. I said something about Lynn Run, but you have moved so far past the subject. I thought it was irrelevant. Oh, no, it's okay. Even the chat will move slow sometimes if I'm like being a bonehead or moving slow and over exaggerating and talking, but it'll always be there, Linda. When I scroll down, then I go back to that subject. But Lynn Run's just, I love that up there. Although, Linda, I don't know if you heard, I forget who told me, could have been my son, I don't remember, but even though that's a state park and blah blah, when you go up Lynn Run all the way up through and you get towards the top up there, they're building homes. Isn't that great? But that's what I heard. I haven't seen it myself, but I did find out that apparently is what's going on. So it kind of stinks, Terry Garr, that was it. I liked her in that Mr. Mom too. I thought she was awesome in that. And I think she passed away. I probably shouldn't have said that in case she didn't, but I thought she passed away not too long ago. Although we're losing a lot of stars over the last 2, 3, 4 years from our era, like some of us, you know what I mean? And, you know, I would say the first, okay, I thought she did, Rick. I really did. I think there was a time frame and, oh yeah, definitely, Linda, definitely. It's just that when I started looking into it, the prices on homes, the taxes, I was like, okay, I can't, but I love going out there to have lunch or something. It's just so beautiful out there. That town takes you back in time like it's a wonderful life or something, you know. And at least, I learned to drive stick. My grandfather's 72 Super Beetle. I got a 72 to restore. Looks a lot like my grandfather's. That is cool, Curtis. And that's exciting when you can relate it to something. You know what I mean? Like your grandfather's car. It makes it very exciting. It really does. Lisa, what is up, dear? Happy Friday to you. We have been 52 low, 70 high, southeastern Pennsylvania. All the houses are pumpking it up. Yeah, Heather just decorated the house from porch to back and got it done the other day. And I kind of like it. She didn't do the spooky, scary. She's trying to get into a vintage Halloween look now. Less, I don't know how to put it, less gory or whatever. I don't know how to put it, but she's like, so she's trying to find Halloween decorations that are from like the 60s and 70s, you know. Oh, we are getting old. Let me see. Curtis, that's awesome. Took Sunny out for some wind therapy of the now I'm getting crackling through the stereo. Any suggestions? Crackling is either the antenna with bad reception or a bad speaker or the ground. I mean, hopefully it's not internal, but I would doubt it in all honesty. And for information, J Bugs wants $2.50 for brake pedal push rod clip, but $12 for shipping. Hey, you know what? I got an email from somebody. Oh, crap. One of the vendors, I thought it was Apple Tree, and said they're going to suck up the costs of the tariffs and keep their shipping and everything the same. Apple Tree, punch in VW Beetle Apple Tree and Google, and their website will come up. And that clip, God, I could have probably threw one in an envelope and sent it to you for $1. I mean, but honestly, these tariffs really stink. And I won't get into that because we don't talk politics on here, but it's putting a hurting. But check Apple Tree. I believe that they said they're going to absorb the cost of stuff and not put it at the customers, which is really a smart move. I have a tech question, and he raised his hand. So trying to set my end play. Fresh line bore and thrust cut can only seem to get it set using 2 shims. Oh, no. Is it okay to run? No. Toby, you got to use 3 shims, brother. Kind of hard to explain, but 2 shims is a no, but 3 shims and oil them up real good gives it the spin that it needs. So 2 shims is a no. You probably need some thinner shims to get that into a set of 3. I bought a complete kit with a bunch of different sizes at one point because I ran into what you did. Thanks for all the help for the adjustable spring plates and torsion bar installation are finally installed. Now we're installing the RS arms and shocks. Oh, that's great, Carol. That is awesome. And Mike, I got to take mine off again. Can you believe that? Because my car settled from me pushing it back and forth, jumping up and down in the bumper like a monkey. And now it's settled and one side is an inch higher again. So guess what I'm doing? I'm putting the adjustable spring plates on. Did you, Carol or Mike, did you pound that in further? Because I remember your post, I think that was you, where it wasn't in the whole way, the spring plate on the torsion arm. I'm curious where you bought yours and what you ran into, because I got to order a set. 54 and 54. Lita, you're amazing. I appreciate you keeping an eye on that. I really do. You have no idea. Alita needs some stickers. She'll have to message me on Facebook. Let me see here. Nate Curtis, I learned to drive a stick in my 69. My father's 61 Beetle. Ooh, we still had that, huh? Shipping is free over 100. That's what they want. Oh, yeah, there's no doubt about that. So Heather's Halloween decorations outside the house, all in chrome. Well, she wanted the cow look, so she... Apple Tree Auto, thank you, Adam. I could not click in my brain what the name was. I just remembered Apple Tree, and I've dealt with them. I have no complaints. I've dealt with Dune Buggy Warehouse in Ohio a few times, and never a complaint. J-Bug still offers free shipping orders over 100. And Mr. Veter Beater, the Duke is in here. Hello, sir. Okay, thanks. That's all I needed. That's got them on the orders. Yeah, you have to do... what's the matter, Tabitha? Come here. I'm sorry, the cat was messing around. You do have to use 3, though, brother. Absolutely. And oil them up real good, when you put them on. And Mike, what's up, brother? I don't see anything on Apple Tree about the tariffs. It was actually in my email that I received that. That's who sent it. I could probably dig it out of the trash in the email if I had to, but that's where it came. It wasn't on our website. So hopefully they stick to that for a little while. And I must be on their email list from ordering from them, or they automatically included me, one of the two. Thoughts on the 12-volt mini splits for a bug? I've seen a few people doing it here on YouTube. I'm adjusting this. My back hurts. I got a pillow behind it. 12-volt mini splits. I don't know, in all honesty. I haven't even looked that up on YouTube, in all sincerity, Curtis. Shipdino is getting out of control. Oh, yeah, because truthfully, Bob, I shipped something a little while back to somebody, and I can't remember what the deal was, but I went into shock when I actually seen the shipping. It's how high it jumped. The Postal Service, though, forever keeps finding reasons to raise shipping. They do that all the time. Just like stamps, they keep raising them, and it's ridiculous, in all sincerity. See, Toby, you may need, let's see, to get more play. I think I had to. Bought a lot from Apple Tree, always fast shipping. Yeah, Rick, I've never had an issue with them. Never. And they usually pretty much have what I need. What one engine have friend play is there is no movement. Is that good or bad? Oh, no, you need some movement. You definitely need some movement. I think without me looking, it was either 3 to 5 thousandths or 4 to 6 thousandths. But I'd have to look on my chart because my brain's over. My hard drive's full up here. But I usually shoot for 4 thousandths is where I normally go with it, in all sincerity. But you definitely need movement on end play. Let me see. Seen an orange rug day with black trim was sharp. Sorry, Heather. Yeah, she's not on tonight. And you know what? I like the black trim because I wanted to do black trim, black T-bars. I just thought it would have looked amazing on white. I really, really do. But she wants to see the chrome on there. Oh, are they again, Rick? Somebody's pulling out outside. It's definitely not a Beetle. Truthfully, they just keep raising their rates nonstop. I don't know if FedEx and UPS did, though, yet. Yes, Michael had to work both sides same time, which is not recommended. So he kept checking each side as he progressed in the Slades portion bars. Sprinkled. Oh, okay, Carol, I know what you're saying. Because good thing I didn't back up without looking first. Tabitha's under the leg of the chair. If you take both sides out, since you already found out now, it can get a little weird when you're putting in the torsion bars after that. Thanks, Rod. I have heard of maybe something to look at new shims. I have ordered on thing. Jay, what is up, my friend? I hope you're feeling well. I didn't want to bug you. I did receive your message because Jay Petrolis here, I just got to see him maybe 2-3 weeks ago. This is horrible. I hate getting older with my brain. And what a great guy. And I won't get into the long story. I brought this up before, and I bought my first car stereo off of him when I was 16. So that was a good while ago for my 68 Beetle, because he had a stereo shop, so to speak, electronic shop. But I wanted to do an interview with Jay when he's feeling a little better on his Beetle. It is absolutely gorgeous. And I think it has a 2387cc. I remember stuff like that, but I don't remember where I was 3 days ago. But I want to do an interview. He only lives 10 minutes from me, if that. So Toby, I got the table, Toby cast iron because flat surface, and did that. Let me see. I'm shooting for 4, and with the 3 smaller shims, I am too tight. Oh yeah, that's too tight. Yeah, go shoot for 4,000s, definitely. Misty has beautiful parts and amazing customer service, and white is the best color on a Beetle. My next one will definitely be white. Wow, I was talking to Duke, Mr. Beater on here, who's a body man of like 40 years, 42 years. Well, he's amazing. His car looks beautiful. But here's where I'm going with this. I was on the phone with him, and I said, some of my body work I started to rush a little bit on, and I shouldn't have done that. And I says, I'm painting the car white. And he says, if it ain't right, paint it white. I just thought that was the funniest saying. Now I use it everywhere. Jar Jar, what is up? Welcome in. Chrome did get you home, and that is a bitch to keep clean. Oh, it is. I just I keep picturing that gloss white with all the chrome trim turned black, and black T-bars or black Nerf bars. I don't know. It's driving me nuts. And Heather's battling me on it. And after I was able to get the duct tape off that she had my hands behind my back, I'm like, all right, but let me see here. Also, hey, chat, and 2387cc. I believe that's, if you go 1957 to my shorts, didn't sound right, my short videos, you'll see like 5-6 videos ago, you'll see him revving it up a little bit for me. I have a short of the motor, and it was so smooth. He was at the car show, and I did that. And I thought, I'd love to interview him, and talk about his car and video it and show it. It is such a beautiful Beetle and a great guy to deal with, too. I wanted to go sit with him at a couple car shows, and then things got busy for me. Red has never been my color, but man, I love my Poppy Red 67 vert. Oh yeah, Toby, that was gorgeous. I'm glad you did get it and keep it. That is a very nice car, and I'm sure Liam's pretty happy with it too. Rob, what is up? Welcome in, brother. We have 50, so some left, some came. And let me see. EJB, hey Slade, I'm building my first motor. I was wondering if I need 3 flywheel shims, or can I use 2 as long as within spec? You do have to use 3. You have to use 3. It's the golden rule, or the VW gods will come get you. But no, you do need 3. All joking aside, you can't run on 2, brother. You can buy a shim pack online at any of the vendors that has different sizes. And make sure when you put them shims in, you oil them up really good so they move. And also, oh, here we go. I'm going to start popping information. There is a drain hole when you pull your seal, and your shims are there. Look there, you'll see a little drain hole. So make sure you clean it out with something and give it a little spray so that the oil drains instead of coming out of the seal. Hope that made sense. Let me see here. I'm getting behind because I'm running my mouth. Never thought I like a vert either, but I'm in. The last convertible I had was a 79 Mercedes 450 SL, and I love that car. But kids and family and, dogs, cats, girlfriends, whatever. I don't have a girlfriend, but it just, it wasn't in the specs to keep it. So I had to sell it off, which it was a pretty nice car. Not fun to do the timing chain on though. Has anyone ever used a file to gap piston rings? I think I only need a couple thousandths. I'm around 14 on both top rings, 16. But, well, yeah. I use, this is going to sound really strange, but I use an electrical file. I have these electrical files, and I use them because it just takes a little bit off at the time. Because if not, Jar Jar, all of a sudden you're filing and then you gap it and you're like, oh crap, I took too much. I use the little electrical files. White is a nice color on a Beetle. However, a Beetle wears every color very well. Otto, I have to agree with you. I really, really do, in all honesty. Slade, it's better to ask for forgiveness than permission. You got a point, Adam. You got a point. I'll do the chrome to make her happy, but I'm going to have to spend money now on all new chrome then, because my chrome, after I looked at it, it's in a little bit bad condition. So the initial shock in the beginning was oh crap, here's more money. But I thought if I go ahead and sand them lightly and spray them black with some ceramic paint, my buddy Johnny brought that up. We talk daily, my buddy Johnny. He's just an awesome guy. And I thought, man, black would look so good, nice and shiny, and I don't have to buy new chrome. But it is what it is, you know. They are all cool in their own way. You know what? And that's true. It reminds me of that song, Everything or Everyone is Beautiful in Their Own Way. Where'd I go with that? But it entered my brain for some reason. The white with black trim would be totally my vote, but Heather wins. Did you see how Bandito did that? He agreed with me, but then he switched over to Team Heather and went, you know what? Black trim looks awesome. Duke, I call him the Duke. I think that is cool. But anyhow, I agree. I think it looks nice, especially on white, you know. And 50 and 56, thank you, Alita. And it does bounce around. Apple Tree, $6.99 shipping on orders under $25. Thank you, everyone. I like them. I have never had a problem with them. EJ, you're very, very welcome. Very welcome. Look in my video selection on my playlist where I did rear main seal and put the flywheel on, and I believe I did talk about the shims on there. I just changed over to a chrome moly flywheel because I didn't want the cast one on there. I need an input shaft circlip for my reverse gear. Weddle. There we go. My screen jumped. Sorry. An input shaft circlip for my reverse gear. Kenneth, go to Weddle. I can't type it in here. I get all my transmission parts from Weddle. Punch in VW transmission parts, Weddle, I believe it's called. Weddle, and their website will come up. Let me see. We're planning to have this super duper ready for Halloween because it's orange, the great pumpkin. I like it. We plan to put decals on to make it look like jack-o'-lantern so we can drive around the neighborhood and give out candy. Now, that is awesome. And the only way that's going to work, Carol and Mr. Mike, is if you have Slade stickers on it. You know? Just saying. Actually, I got to see if everybody's been ordering stickers, and oh, okay. I'm still good. I'm looking while it's on. They sent me magnets. Now, as you know, these stickers are black, technically speaking, you know, black and red. And when I ordered magnets, they sent me the white ones. It is what it is. They still look good. I got also members magnets. These are nice because people don't like sticking stuff on the metal where you could take these back off. And then I got, you know, the members stickers. So people seem to like them. They've been grabbing them up a lot. I got to actually do a reorder soon. Let me see here. That 2387 was spunky. Makes me wish about a bigger crank, better rods, slower lifters, forged pistons, better distributor. Man, I need money. Yeah, don't we all, Mike? I have the 1904 I'm going to run. And truthfully, yeah, mine's not going to like run down a Hellcat or anything, you know. But the 2387, I forget. Jay did tell me his quarter-mile time, and it was for a Beetle. I was like, wow. In all honesty, that it blew me away. It has to just throw you back in your seat, in all sincerity. Let me see here, because I couldn't remember his quarter-mile time. Let me see. I mean, chrome trim. And, yo, what up, chat? What is up, gamer? I'm trying to, Bob said, I mean the chrome trim. And no, I can't find what he said. I saw the cheap ones. Bob, I'm concerned about the poorly built and wobbly grinding wheels are. And plasti dip it. I think I have some plasti dip in the garage. That's not a bad idea. And then when Heather yells at me, I can peel it off, and I'll tell her it was her imagination. Do copper powder coat. That's funny, Chris. I just was doing some research, and a long story short, because I'm getting behind, I feel bad on the comments here, but I looked into Eastwood, and I'm going to get a stove off the marketplace. And then I can do wheels and items, wheels and smaller. I want to start doing powder coating, and maybe I'll do it for friends and stuff. Lily, And I think that would be a lot of fun. I like powder coated stuff. Yeah, I can even powder coat on my engine tins. Copper on flat black would be sweet. Oh yeah, copper and black, definitely. I'd like to do my engine that type of combination. White with pearl. Okay, Mike just got carried away. He went straight up pearl. He's like, let's spend all your money. I'm going to get off here. Got work tomorrow. Hopefully I get the house rough this weekend. I hope it goes good for you, Adam. Like I said, brother, we don't retire. Not this generation. It's not our turn, brother. But I hope you have a great weekend. I really do, Adam. And enjoy your day tomorrow. Well, sort of. I guess you're not going to. Also, I was pleasantly surprised to find I have a bug to have 46-1 cam in my engine. I wanted to upgrade from stock, but didn't want to split the case on this build. Oh, okay. Well, I don't know the lift or anything on that cam, but if you're happy with it, I mean, that's awesome. I have an angle 110 in my 1904, and we'll see. I mean, the 1904 will really run great for what I'm doing. You know what I mean? But I'm going to build another one on the side, like have a side chick that I throw in once in a while. I think I sent Heather a bunch of candy bars. She might like to do the black trim. I got to tell you that the whatchamacallits, you won her over. You really did. That was a good comeback, Kevin. It really was. Slade, you need to grease that squeaky wheel. Yeah, I'd need to hide Lily's toy because she's being good now. I was wondering if Vince could hear that. It's because mommy's not here. So now it's time to be a bad kid because I'm busy in here. She's not stupid. Supposed to be like the W100. Oh, it's a very mild cam, then you're okay. Yeah, it is what it is. I mean, the 110's not even a crazy radical cam that's in mine, but it's enough to feel a slight difference, I think, you know. Plastic is a great suggestion. I did something similar with peelable vinyl spray, 2 test parents on trim, all ended up sanded and painted in black. And I did I did my son's wheels years and years and years ago, the plastic dip and then a glossifier. And they actually come out really nice, you know. Don't get me wrong, I partially agree with Heather. When Heather sees vintage cars, she's seeing big chrome grills and bumpers, and Heather likes to go to regular car shows where there's muscle cars, Beetles, you know, stuff like that, airplanes, whatever. But she always says, when I think of vintage car, I think of chrome, and she's right. But I was trying to get out of buying a whole chrome kit and blah blah blah, and I thought, wow, with that white, that black would just look amazing on there. The plastic dip is an option. I have some in the garage. I'm sure I do. If not, I can get it at Walmart real quick. I really hate going in that store. But then if she don't like it or I don't like it, a reason I can peel them off, you know. So that is a really, really good option. Anyone here know, can you put a Type 1 in a later bay bus without modification, or do you need special flywheel for the bus input shaft? Now that I don't know because I've never messed around with a bus. I should grab the one that the guy got at the salvage yard, but I just don't have that extra money right now for that. But that I don't know. So hopefully somebody does on here. If not, if you're on the Slade community group, excuse me, I know somebody will know on there. I got my son's induction header bolt removal kit. They don't use it often, but they need it. Nothing works better. Oh, I'm sure, Jim. No doubt. No doubt. Anyone out west of Vegas who won the show tomorrow? I'm headed down in the morning. I'll be sporting my Slades t-shirt. Hope to meet anyone for Slades family. And that's awesome, you know. And I know Darren's not on here and Adam just left, but I thought that's how they met at a car show. They had Slade shirt on, the other guy had a Slade shirt on. They seen each other, got into a fight, and then, you know, the whole thing. But they actually had met each other because of the Slade shirts. They seen him and went, hey, this is my name, you know, which is social security number, whatever. But a lot of people that I found out, which I wasn't aware of not too long ago, had, I'm making sure that ain't Heather texted me, is a lot of people keep running into each other with Slade member shirts on. This is the built not bought, but I think a lot of the people were wearing the Slades member shirts. That's a sticker, obviously. And here they were running into each other at the car shows. So, whoops, I put that too low on the camera. But it's kind of cool because people meet that way and become, just expand the community. Worse than Hobby Lobby. I'm so tired of Hobby Lobby, Chris. I think I'm being tortured in this life. Although they have some cool die-cast and Hot Wheels there. But apologies, everyone. I'm going to say goodnight. Busy day tomorrow. I'm going to be a grandma again. So tomorrow's a my baby shower. Oh, congrats, Alita. That is awesome. Good for you, sweetheart. And thank you for helping out when you're in here. I really appreciate it. And I hope you have a great, great weekend. And good night, Alita. Good night, Alita. I miss Moose. There he is. Moose, what is up, brother? Sorry, I've been going to the Friday night football games. Good to see you, Slade. Good to see you, Moose. Like I said, I'm only on here just over the winter time on Fridays, and then it will go back to Sunday nights. Unless I see it getting really wonky. We only have 47 in here. I think, long story short, when I was doing Sunday nights, there was almost 80 people. So they may have been on to something. Maybe Sunday nights is better, in all sincerity. Let me see here. Moose, are you coming to the VW show, Somerville? Also, giving everyone a heads up that I am not going to be here next Friday because I'm going to be at the hospital for I'm having surgery that morning. Good luck, Alita. Please keep us in fine tune and don't forget to send me a message and let me know how you're doing, sweetheart. I hope everything goes very, very smooth with it. I really, really do. Somebody keeps texting me. I'm just making sure it isn't Heather. And it's not. Okay. I'm sorry about that. You should invent magnetic trim for bugs with all the colors, which is glue and small magnet. You know what, Mr. Perez? Brother James, that's not a bad idea, in all honesty. I think that would be really cool. And Alita, you'll be on our mind. You really will. I hope everything goes well, my friend. I bought a boat once and everyone was saying it stood for bust out another 1,000, but I didn't put a dime into it. I bought a Beetle and I'm busting thousands every single direction. Tell me about it. When I got my 68, well, I've had quite a few Beetles. I remember telling Heather at one point, 2, 3, 4 grand, it'll be it. I'm way over the 10,000 mark, you know, and luckily I did have some sponsors though, which was really cool for some stuff. But man, EJ, it's like these were cheap cars to do before. But you know what? I just seen a Super Beetle sell local for $16,000. Super Beetles weren't bringing that before. So in all sincerity, the parts are more expensive now, but I'm seeing Beetles going for $15,000, $20,000, $30,000. So it's almost like a double-edged sword, but dang, we love these little cars, and you can make them fast, and they're so customizable. It's crazy. I just did that video on mods last week, I think it was. I did the mods video to talk about that. Slade, did you catch a reupholstery work Sue and I did on the seats for Beetle Bailey? The seats? I know you did the door panels. I don't think I did. If it was lately, no, because I have not. I've been just doing videos real quick because of the wedding coming up. We've been extremely busy. So if it was recently, no. And I would have remembered that, to be honest with you. Good luck with surgery, Alita. Prayers for surgery for Alita. Best of luck, Alita. Keep you in our prayers. Best of luck, Alita. And I agree. Alita's been with us a long time. I think since 1928. And I made that up. But I wish her luck. I really do. This is like one big family on here. 10,000 goes quick. Oh, 10,000's like, even to build a baby stroker motor like I have now, 1904, you're into $5 or $6 grand. By the time you do the whole suspension, front beam, whatever you have, okay, they're one another $2 grand. So it doesn't take long. Luckily, Heather paid for my seats because I wouldn't have bought the Scat Pro cars. You know what I mean? They were out of my league, but she knew I wanted them, So a lot of things she really did help out with. And I've been getting donations, people sending in donations through PayPal for the channel, which has really helped keeping the DIYs going. But all of it helps. Stickers, T-shirts, it all helps out. So many Beetles, so little time. Neil, You're right. It's a good thing I don't have too much space here. When the 68's done, I'll be doing members Beetles next that are coming in the garage. So you'll see a different Beetle every couple of weeks, because each video will probably take a couple videos per Beetle to do stuff that they need done. So it'll be their money they're putting into their car with my labor on it, you know, and that'll be the videos. So there will be lots more to come even when my 68's done, because I have a line of people waiting to get their car in for me to work on it, and I'm going to film that. So I think it's a nice refreshment for the channel. I really, really do. Let me see here. What do we got here? Slam and Z. Hello, Save family. I hope everybody's well. And I hope you're well, Slam. And thank you for coming in. And we did them just the past 2 weeks. That's a wonder I wouldn't have seen that. But then again, it don't surprise me, because Jason put a video up, and then when we were talking on the phone, and I didn't realize it, you know, 5150. And then I looked, and I'm like, that's nice. I got no notification on it whatsoever. And the notification bell was ticked. But I'll have to check that, James. I didn't see that on Facebook or YouTube or anything. So I don't know how I missed that. Is there a specific tool for installing original rubber type bushings in the RS trolling arms where they attach to the frame? If the socket is used, it damages the rubber lugs on the OD. Honestly, I had not had to change those ever. So I don't know, to be honest with you. I would look on, like go to JBugs or CIP1 and go to their tools, and then just start scrolling through the tools. You'll see the normal crap like flywheel lock tool, stuff like that, you know, torque multiplier. But start scrolling real slowly and see, or ask on our group. I never had to change them. But if his socket's going to damage the lugs, then yeah, you're going to have to be careful with that, obviously. I didn't think they made a tool for that, though, to be sincere. Just over $3,000 in the 2054, great size motor, but I spent forever gathering parts to save dollars. Oh yeah, none of us can get away cheap on any car now. You know, my son knows, because he has a muscle car, and he's like, wow, this thing's killing me, but he loves the car, you know, and I understand. We are all over budget. At least they're Slade, and we can fix them ourselves most of the time, save a few bucks. Thank you. That was nice of you. Like I said, I'm trying to do every video that I can think of imaginable. And there's much more to come. The 68's going to take about another 5 months, because videos, that's what makes it take long. And I'm perfectly fine with that. Honestly, I don't know which one's coming in first, but there's a very big chance that I could be doing an oval Beetle and putting a Porsche motor in it, and I'll be filming everything. But it's come to a time where the DIYs were kicking my butt with my money going up just every week, because like YouTube gives you $1 and then I spend $400, and that's perfectly fine. But as long as the videos are helping people, yes. And now I'm going to be doing club members cars for them on video, and the DIYs will always be there, and there will be more. It just will be other people's cars. And I think that's a fun thing. It's my way of giving back to the community again with doing people's cars for them, you know. We posted pics on the Seats Facebook group page. I'll check, James. I didn't see them. But like I said, it's been a little crazy for me and Heather with the wedding coming up. So that's why I'm probably missing a lot of stuff. That's why I count on the moderators sometimes to keep an eye on that pretty tight if anybody does something stupid, because I can't be on as much right now. After the 18th, things will loosen up for me. Well, I'll say the 19th after my daughter's married. When are you planning to do the video on the different engine oils to use recommended? Wayne, he hates me. I love Wayne. He's a good guy. I probably should. In all honesty, it's like, Mike, how are you? I wonder where you were. I even like called your phone, knocked on your door. Thanks for being in. I kept going back and forth about it, Wayne, and I probably should do a script and print everything out, you know, like the big people do with the teleprompters. But I should get a teleprompter. Now that would be cool. Wow. Now Heather would mess with it while I'm talking, and you know where that would go. But Be like, everybody can go to Hobby Lobby. Where the hell did that come from? I probably should do one, in all honesty. I think it would be fun to just watch the comment section and then all of a sudden the channel crashes. I'll do it. I will do it. We'll teach thing. I'm calling it a day. Everyone have a good weekend. You too, Rod. Have a great weekend, brother. And thanks for stopping. And I know you got a lot going on. You should be proud to be sought after, Slade. You know what I'm really proud of, to be honest with you? I'm proud that the community grew. I was thinking about something the other day, and I know you get bored with me, but I started out 5 or 6 years ago, something like that. And I started out, I didn't understand how to film or do anything, but I always said, welcome back to the channel, everybody. And as it started growing and all you folks started pouring in and going, well, hey, I needed that video. This is pretty cool. I quickly changed it to welcome back to the community instead of saying channel, because I know a lot of guys say, welcome back to my channel. I got to be honest with you. I don't feel like it's my channel. I feel like it's our community channel. And that's why I say that a lot. And it's just the kind of guy I am. I look at it as a whole. Like, you folks make up the community. I'm just a guy with a camera acting like a bonehead, and to me, it's like, I really never expected all this, to be honest with you. When VW Trends did the interview and put Heather and I in the magazine, I thought, how cool is this? Like, I felt so overwhelmed mentally that anybody would really want to do something like that for us. And you all are great. You really are, in all sincerity. I don't mind spending money on fixing my Beetles. I have something to show for it. Meanwhile, some spending amounts of money have absolutely nothing to show for it. And you're right, Otto. I mean, I couldn't, like I said to Heather, they're investments no matter what. Now, I'm not going to get rid of my Beetle or any of them, but they're investments. I bet to me, I'm leaving them all when I'm done, and I have enough of them lined up to my kids. And if they sell them, fine, which I know they never will. They're all car freaks now. I don't know how that happened, but I think they're an investment. I really do. How come I think I made the show survey with brother? Okay. Garage space. What's that? I'm slammed full. I've got a tank of better half. I need to cool it. I have no garage space at all. Heather told me to build a bigger garage onto the house because my garage is about 40, 50 feet from the house, somewhere around there. But since lumber went through the roof and everything else didn't shingle, it's like, okay, that's not happening right now, Update. I got my Brazilian Fusca back from our mechanic, and he replaced it, and my screen jumped. There we go. Placed the master brake on a rusted brake cable, and it's not replaced. Weird thing though, when I got it back, the front left is low. Yeah, check that out just to be safe. I mean, I'm sure there's nothing bad, but I don't know. Just check it over, jack it up safely with jack stands, and get under there and just see what you got going on, in all sincerity. But and I would question them too. Don't be mean to your mechanic, but just say, hey, and they used to do that crap to me. I was a mechanic my whole life. I mean, I worked on all cars, but people would come into me though and go, my key ring it looked better before you changed the muffler. And I'm like, what is wrong with you people? But yours, sincerely, they were messing with it. I would just say, hey, I got a little bit of a lean going on. Did you guys adjust something, mess with that? Just to be safe. And then if they say no, because they're going to probably, then you're going to need to get under there and take a peek at it. Start packing up at 55 and drive north. Oh, I wished I had 66 or back. Because 67 is too much on parts. Excuse me. Porsche motor 914 T-Force Tower flat 6. I've never had a 914. I thought I seen... My throat was dry because I'm talking too much. But I thought that I seen CT messing with a 914 over this past year for some reason. I really did. I could be wrong. I don't know. Live at Hobby Lobby. Ugh, that would be no good. I mean, I have taken pictures there to be funny or little movies while Heather's shopping and put them on my Facebook to entertain people because I'm bored when I'm there. Hey, Slades, I love your channel. It's Matt again from Ohio. Hey, what's your thought on these vintage speed? I think I drank that too fast. Mamba shifters. Vintage speed, Matt, and welcome in, brother. And thank you for the kind comment. That was very nice of you. Are you going to gyms tomorrow? Possibly. Columbia and Ohio. Vintage speed shifters are amazing. My buddy got two of them, one in his Maxi and I think in his 64. They shift different. I mean, in all honesty, oh, Bill, good night. I didn't even know you were. Good night, go Phillies and Eagles. I didn't know if you were still in here, Bill. Thank you so much. He's going to leave now and hopefully eat pizza and enjoy the game. But the vintage speed shifters, I know they're expensive, but you can't go wrong. They are nice. Careful Slade, teleprompter, press control. It might be Big Bang for next VOW. What do you? I should get a teleprompter. That would be fun, actually. Thanks for all you do, Slade. Mike keeps laptop in the garage so he doesn't have to come to the house dirty to look something up in your site. And thank you, Carol. And tell Mike thank you. Like I said, I'll never know everything. I mean, good night, Wayne. I hope you have a great weekend, brother. To be honest with you, I didn't get the mail yet. And it's 10 o'clock at night. Thank you, Wayne, because I got to go out and check my mail when I get off here tonight. I didn't grab my mail yet. I didn't even think about the day. I told you it's been nuts here. But thank you, Wayne. I'll let you know, obviously, tomorrow now. But thank you for reminding me because I never got my mail out of the mailbox yet today. But have a great weekend, brother. And thank you. I know you were sending me something, and I really appreciate that. More than words can describe, that's for sure. Let me see. Thank you to do Slade. Okay. And you know, Carol, I used to take a tablet up to the garage with me because I would have a lot of specs and different things. Tabitha, what are you doing? Here you come say hi. I used to have a lot of specs and different things that I kept on my tablet. And truthfully, it's nice to have that stuff in a garage. It's just really helpful. So I can understand why he does that in all sincerity. And I'm glad the videos are helpful, to be honest with you. I'm ready. I got this VW because number one, raised over one. I love them, but I'm ready. I'll definitely start learning the investment for sure. Thank you. And you're very welcome, Slam. And thank you for the kind words. I really appreciate that very much. At least you have a garage. I'm doing all my bug work on a carport. Oh, James, trust me. I literally, Kitty Time, I love her to death. I really do. The ragdoll cats, she's a ragdoll. I guess that's all you call them, a ragdoll or something. But she was a little expensive, not to sound weird, but oh my God, her demeanor is amazing. It really is. But James, I just said to Heather not too long ago, my garage is a 14 by 23. Obviously, you know, it's not huge. Heather's nice enough. She has the game room set up nice with a craft room, etc. On the other side of the basement, the hidden side, is where I store a lot of parts. But I'll never forget working in the gravel at 30 degrees outside. So do I appreciate having a garage? I do, sir. I really do. I'm very thankful to have a garage. I can't stress it enough. I wouldn't want to work outside anymore. Since you're by yourself, you didn't have to forget a pizza in the oven while you're doing stream. Uh-oh. No, but I had pizza today. My daughter come over to visit us and brought her friends with her. So I made pizzas for them, and there was leftovers, and it was good. Okay, let me see here. My chat scroll. Hey, sweetie, it's Matt again from Ohio. Thanks again for the info on the shifter. I will not be going to gyms. I have to work tomorrow. Have you ever played with any of the Barry's blowers? He's close to us. Oh, you know what, Matt? It's funny you brought that up. Well, not funny like ha-ha, but funny like really. And you're welcome on the shifter. You'll love it. If you get a vintage speed shifter, you are going to be like, okay, that was worth the money. Gyms, I get it. I'm not going tomorrow. I don't have the time, sadly, but I was there last October because my family all went and dressed up and did the thing. I didn't, you know. I wore my Slade shirt there. But Barry's Blowers. My buddy Justin, one of our members that lives like 15, well, no, about a half hour from me, he bought a Barry's Blowers setup, and then he went a different direction with his Mexi. He's actually selling his blower. I think it comes with the IDF carburetor and everything, the complete kit. I think he's selling it for $600 or $700 or something. I can't remember, but I can find out if you want me to, Matt. It's not in my budget right now because of my daughter's wedding and everything. But see, I need a haircut. But I have never messed with any of them, but they're supposed to be pretty nice, from my understanding. But if you want me to, I can ask him. I know he's going to be putting that on the marketplace. I meant, which Porsche motor swap is that upcoming Beetle getting? Oh, I'm sorry, Mike. I wondered what you were saying. I'm like, what did that mean? But I don't know. That part I'm not sure about. I was talking to him. It's a nice oval, but he was wanting me to restore it technically. And, well, it's a nice one. Restore is probably a dirty word. Mild restoration. Although he says you're going to have to cut the, the shelves on each side and the back. He said, good night, James and Sue. Have a great, great weekend. Thank you for being here. I appreciate it. And I'll check the club later tonight when I get off of here for the seats. I always like watching the stuff you and your wife do. Thank you so much. Anyhow, he set off to cut the shelves and do work. He says, I think it'd be fun for your channel to have an oval. And then I think he wants a sliding rag top put in it. So truthfully, like I said, when the 68's done, yeah, the channel's not going to stop. You're just going to see DIY and custom stuff now coming up on other people's cars. So I think it's going to be a nice direction for the channel. Heather's channel's not staying cottagey. We're going to go ahead and do a video podcasting starting in November, towards the end of November. So good night, Curtis. Thank you for being here. I really, really appreciate it, and have a safe weekend. The video podcasting is going to be fun, especially with Heather, because you know her. She don't know how to act. She's in my video Sunday. What a gal. I wanted to ask, how can I find VW meets near my state, Greenville, South Carolina? I know I have Bay, California, where I'm from, but it'd be nice to go. Thanks. You know what? I don't know, Slammin', if you're on the Slade VW community on Facebook. I do press people when there are shows coming up to put them on the group, to post them, and then I pin them to the top for people. I was kind of thinking about something, and not that I have enough crap to do now because I run a website, the YouTube channel, video podcasting coming up, plus a Facebook group. I was thinking about opening a Facebook group and just making it massive, but only have it for people to post where shows are at. So that even pushes me to do it a little bit further, to be honest with you. But if you post in our group, if you're on there, just post and say, hey, could people tell me about the shows in South Carolina, et cetera, and I'll pin it to the top. And truthfully, it may help a lot so you can find out. Thanks again for all the videos. You made a huge impact in my garage. Truly appreciate it. It wasn't pretty, but can't believe I've rebuilt engine and even trying my hand at ball joints. Toby, you're welcome, brother. You know what? You've been a huge supporter of the channel. Hoodies and T-shirts, and I mean, I really appreciate you. I do. And don't feel bad about the ball joint thing. We have all been there and done it. I mean, in all sincerity. Good night, Fernando. I hope you have a great weekend. Thank you. Weld that up, that seam is what I call it, and smooth it out with your drum on it, and it'll be just like new. You're not the only one that did that. Trust me, in all sincerity. And Rick, how are you, Mr. Davies? Welcome in. And I believe on Instagram or FB, there's a page for rides and shows. Yeah, the only thing I've ever punched in, Lisa, is carcruises.com. And then you punch in your state, and then it'll start showing you cruises. But that's for just all cars, not just Beetle. So, I mean, probably wouldn't be a bad idea to open up a group for just shows. Yeah, Slam, and check it out. It's Slades VW Community on Facebook. And you just have to answer a few questions. Obviously, I know you're not a bot coming in, but I won't know when you're joining. And talk about great people. I keep that group tight, me and my buddy Johnny and a couple of us, because I don't allow people come on there and argue or do anything, or I just ban them immediately. So, but everybody helps each other. It's a great group. It really, really is. Let me see. And Rick Davies came in and said hello to everybody. Lisa, I'm headed to Vegas in the morning for the VW show there. And Rick said they're supposed to be the last year for Circle Your Wagons. Yeah, Rick, I heard about that. And I have a private group chat with 4 or 5 club members. And they were telling me about that. And they said, wonder if you should try to take that over. You know, I could probably try to take that show over if that's a legit sounding thing, and probably blow it up real big. But it's just so far for me to try to coordinate everything, or maybe I'm overthinking it. I don't know. So it's funny that you brought that up, brother. I'm a cog, but I'll fit in just fine. You'll fit in. You really will. Eric just stopped in from Montreal. Thank you for stopping in. And let me see here. We got 40 still in here. I can't tell how many likes. I can't see it from here, but please hit the like button though, folks. Please, please do. It really helps a lot. But Eric, I'm glad you stopped in tonight. What time is it? 10:12. Still being here for a little wee bit yet. But yeah, they Circle Your Wagons I've never been to, Mr. Rick. I don't know enough about it. Like, how long has it been there? How many cars show up? Stuff like that. And truthfully, I don't know how far I am from it. You might know, Rick, because you know where I live. So 6 hours or something. But a couple of the members said, hey, I need a haircut really bad. My head's even itchy. You have a nice weekend too, Carol and Mr. Mike. Thank you for being here. I really, really appreciate it very much. You love Circle Slade. Heather and you probably want to move to Tennessee. Heather already does want to move to Tennessee. I mean, we're not going to move, but she has said before, I want to be near Dolly World, and I like Tennessee, and blah, blah, blah. But I don't know that show, but I've heard about it. And that's when I think Kevin or one of the brothers, Kevin's right there. Rick, it's the last show under current owner. He has health issues. Kevin, was that you? Somebody brought it in our private chat and said about me trying to not take it over. I know that's a poor choice of words, and I'm trying not to go that route, but like do something with it, you know. And I wouldn't even know how to begin to do that. And plus, I believe I'm probably 6 hours away. I think. I really don't know, in all sincerity. The shows that we have up here, eventually the show that I put on every year was a test run. And the reason is the first year I carry on the Wayward Son. I don't know. Just found the channel. What do you guys do here? How you doing, Jonathan? We're just chatting tonight, just having fun. Some people ask some questions about their car, and we just talk a little about everything because we consider it a community club chat is what we do. But welcome in. Let me see here. Carry on the Wayward Son. I know, Mike. I'm being an idiot. But anyhow, I have a Myers. Now that's cool, Jonathan. That is awesome. Awesome. I don't think there's any Myers people in here tonight, though, that I realize. Carry on the Circle Wagon's name. Sorry, I fat-fingered Sen. That's okay. I just got into a Kansas mood real quick when you said that. Hey, Slade and the crew, been hanging out in the background for a bit, working on the channel and some of the stuff, just taking a break, say, hey. Scotty C., have you been catching many fish, brother? I had to ask. Now you know that. Damn it. I'm glad you stopped in, brother. It's funny because the Slade community picnic, the first year it was invite only, and like 70 showed up. The second year, I screwed up. I just did an open invite, which was fine. But I had it when it was like 300 degrees out and the humidity was so bad you couldn't even breathe. And there was 2 other local car shows going on. So there was a lower turnout, maybe 40, 50 people at one point, you know. But if I do it again this coming year, Then it's going to be like October when it's nice and cool, no other car shows, and it should be a pretty big turnout if I do another one. 482 miles from Pittsburgh. Okay. Yeah, I was about right on the time frame then, approximately. I wouldn't even know how to do something like that with living so far. You know what I mean? Good. All got to get some sleep because Vegas, here I come. Look for me on the bookings page. Good night, Toby. I get a kick out of him. Thanks for being here, brother. And I hope you have a good time. I really do. And look for Toby at the show. It's the good-looking dude with the Beetle shirt on, unless he has a hoodie on, too. Let me see here. Has anyone converted a Beetle to four-wheel drive? Jim, I've only seen one, Mr. Johnson, many years ago. I thought he sat a Beetle body on them small Blazers, you know, a Blazer chassis. So technically, you know, it was a Blazer with a Beetle body on it, and it was pretty cool, you know. Kevin, I have some Samurai buggies there. Yes, Mr. Elder does. And Jim Johnson, there's a Baja running synchro set up in the Baja groups. Might be able to web search it. And I'm back. We won 60-42. Well, now that wasn't bad at all. Nice. And Darren, that's my brain just went blank. Not Oliver. Can you believe this age thing? Reed. Hoping you'd help me out there. Reed, what position does he play in that? Because I remember seeing some pictures. What a handsome boy. Well, he's a man, not a boy, but that is just so awesome that he's in activities. That is really good for kids. And there was a VW van that was four-wheel drive. Yeah, there was in the late 70s. Mike, help me out with that, because I don't know enough about those, but I thought there was in the late 70s. Toby, that's awesome. I'll look for pictures. And Jim Johnson said, thanks. Reed, sweet win. Yeah, 60-42 did pretty good. Reed's actually... Is he a senior? Like, I'm pretty sure. I'm almost certain. Sorry. I had to take a drink again. Let me see. We're going to talk to him in Georgia. I believe he has an old milk truck turned into a camper. Oh, that's pretty cool, actually. And Diener said, yes, senior. Okay. I thought so. He's like the younger version of you. When I look at him, I can see you when I'm looking at his photo. I hope that made sense. My friend had, I can't remember, year or so, four-wheel drive bug can be possible. Well, truthfully, anything's possible with a welder, a torch, a cutoff wheel. I mean, we can do anything in all sincerity. You know, it's just how much distance do you want to run? You know, money is what it is, though. It gets expensive with doing some of these things. I wanted to do a chop top, but I don't know. We call it sometimers at my age. Yes, he's a good-looking boy. He is. Darren, you have actually a very beautiful family, my friend, and I had the pleasure of meeting them. I didn't get to meet Reed, though, because... well, Darren and his whole family traveled clear up here for the picnic. And truthfully, we had such a nice time the second year in a row. Like, it was just a family getting together. It's almost like a family reunion, if that makes sense. Synchro van was 84-92. Yeah, that's why I said help me out here, because I don't know enough about those. But I knew there was four-wheel drive. I didn't know it was that late, though, 84-92. I had no idea, to be honest with you. Lily, lay down. Hey, Slades, Matt from Ohio. No need for a number on the blower. I bought one, but no, he makes a dual blower setup. Oh, okay, Matt. No, I didn't know they made a dual one. I was going to buy his blower, and I thought, I'll try it out and have fun. But what I did find out, or maybe I'm misunderstanding this, that the one he has is made for a 1600. And I don't understand why I wouldn't be able to bolt it up on my 1904. But then again, my 1904 really wasn't built for that either. So I don't know. Yes, Vicky and I believe it felt like family. Oh, it absolutely did, Bob. It was so nice with all you. It felt like I was getting together with my family. And if I don't have a third show, which I know I will, I still want everybody to come and get together. It's just, it's like one big family, you know. We just know not to take Heather out in public to restaurants because of the way she acts. But although she is a lot of fun, she really is. Yeah, 6-inch chop top is sexy. I find that VW Trends magazine with the midnight metallic blue suicide doors. Oh, well. I love chop tops. I have wanted one so bad since I was a little boy and watched American Graffiti with the 32 Ford with John Milner. Gotta love that movie. I seen it at the drive-in, but of course I was a little boy. So after that, I was hooked on that movie. But I wanted to chop a Beetle so bad, and I don't think that I have what it takes. Well, I underestimate myself too, though. I know it's a lot of work, but Lily was growling, looking at the door. So if the door comes busting open, she'll take care of it. But I really wished I could do a chop top, just one at least. Let me see here. Slade and community members, y'all have a safe and wonderful weekend. Old man out. Hey, good night, Chris. Thanks for being here, and thank you for sharing the videos that you did. I think that was nice of you to do personally with me. I really enjoyed that. Beautiful gal that got married to his daughter. I love the video. But thank you so much, Chris, and I'll talk to you soon. And I hope you have a great weekend. Kevin says Applebee's. It was funny. It really was. Heather actually, I don't think she's trying to even be funny. She just says stuff, and then she's like, oops. Heather, don't watch this chat. We want to see Slade in the future. Yeah, she's not on the mic. She'll watch the rerun, though. Ugh. But Heather really is a good... I got to tell you, I got lucky, and we won't get into all that. She has been the best wife. She really has. She is so supportive. It's actually scary. And she's a lot of fun. She really is. Kentucky, what is up? Hey, man, been a bit catching on live chat. Was having on AMC we're looking at. Kentucky, I did not go look at the AMC, my friend. I'll make it short and sweet. We did a little digging because it seemed a little off tilt and found out that the address we were going to was a pretty crazy place back in the woods. And then we found out that somebody that was technically related to the guy had just unalived somebody. So I think there was some weird situation going on, or I don't know. So we didn't take the chance. You know, you got to be careful in this day and age. But that would have been weird. You know, why ain't Slade doing videos no more? Four-wheel drive was a VW pan. I'm guessing he took the Synchro four-wheel drive and modified the pan like a Schwimm wagon. Well, I like saying that word, Schwimm wagon. Slade's mad again from Ohio. About a single blower off of him with an overdrive pulley. It's good up to 1915. Anything bigger than that, you have to go with a dual blower setup. And you know, Matt, I don't know enough about them, like small block Chevy and stuff, yeah. But when I found out they did blowers on the Beetles, I'm like, now how cool is that? And I think it would be fun to put on my 1904. I didn't know how big I could go with that blower. But he has the whole setup. I mean, now you're making me want to buy it. But I think it'd be fun to put on a 1904. I don't know how much horsepower I would gain, because right now I'll probably have like, you know, I really don't know, 110 horse or something. So I don't know how much more I would get out of it, you know, with a blower, but obviously a lot. But I don't know if I have to have a different crank, something a little stronger to handle what a blower delivers, you know, stuff like that. Gotcha, man. It's a crazy world. When it's meant to be, it will happen. Absolutely, Kentucky. We found this stuff on some blotters that we read, and Heather's like, you better not go down there. You know, it was a state away, but in the Appalachians. So it's like, okay, I'll have to cancel that out. But You both fit well together, Slade. I see between your DIY interactions together. You could tell you two are like peas in a pod. Oh, we are slamming. It's you know, meeting her 35 years ago was the best thing that literally ever happened to me ever in my life. And I have zero regrets. Although I could go for some pizza right now. But outside of that, yeah, I did good. I really did. She is one who pushed me with this channel, you know, the community channel. And because I did some videos here and there, and I'm like, I don't know, this is stupid. Nobody's going to need them or watch them. And she's like, you're not stopping. People can utilize these videos in the future, even when you're not here, and blah, blah, blah. And she's a very good supporter. I could tell Heather tomorrow, look, you know, I need you to do 3 cartwheels in the front yard so that my channel booms even higher, and she would do it. Probably get hurt, but she'd do it, you know. Yeah, pizza is nice. I think you could tell I'm getting hungry as I'm sitting here. And I try to be good with the eating late at night because it's really the worst time to do it. But it is just, I don't know. It gets harder as I get older. At nighttime, it's like I want to start feasting, you know. V8 Nate, what is up, brother? How are you tonight? And how is your family? So she was the one that needed the muffler, then complained about the dirty key ring. I don't remember that. She was the one that needed the muffler, then complained about the dirty key ring. I can't remember that, Otto. My mind's blank with that part for some reason. And Sling said hello to everyone. And probably close to me. I'm in the middle of nowhere and deep in the head of a holler here in Eastern Kentucky. This was actually West Virginia is where it was. And I forget the town. I can't remember. But it was... it definitely was a situation that I think was going to go downhill really fast, just from some stuff I found out online. And I'm like, and I'm usually pretty well, how do I put this? I'm usually pretty well prepared for situations. That's the cleanest way I can put it on YouTube. But why even test out a situation? You know what I mean? And when Heather looked into it, she's like, no, you're not going there. She goes, this is a setup. Something's not right, you know? So it is what it is. You know, there will be other stuff along the way. There's no rush on it. Plus, yeah, my daughter get married and got the holidays coming. Oh, and we've even got to detune a little bit around Christmas anymore. It's turned into a business, and my kids are older. It isn't like they expect us to go out and, you know, raid the toy store and everything, but everything is so expensive now. So I pretty much, I know to try to keep it a little more lower key because it can get carried away real quick financially with it. When you hear banjo music, you know you're in trouble. Rick, it was going to be a situation. I have a funny feeling because I believe that person was obviously wanting money, and they would pretty much go to any extent they needed to. And I'm guessing, I can't verify it. However, you know, it just from reading a police blotter type of situation, I knew something wasn't right, and so did Heather. You know, doing well, put the kids down and ready for the weekend. More sanding. I hate sanding, and I don't use the word hate. I got to tell you, Nate. Well, you're a lot younger than me. Lots of energy. Truthfully, I think the worst thing I hate doing is body work. I don't mind spraying. I just don't like the body work. I get so tired of doing that crap. And I think because all the cars I bought when I was young and living Northeast with all the salt and everything, is you get so tired of doing body work. I don't like it. I don't even mind welding some panels and stuff, but I just do not like the body work. I can't stand doing it. That's why when I did the first car on here, truthfully, it was from Arizona, the Super Beetle, the red one. I had never dealt with an older car, you know, vintage car that had zero rust, just faded paint. I was blown away by that. I'm like, this is really cool. And then I got my 68, which is from here, from the junkyard. And I'm like, oh man, this stinks. You know, someone has to keep you grounded. Oh, James, she does. I'm lucky to have the wife I do. 35 years, and she's amazing. She keeps me in line because I do get stupid, you know what I mean? They don't sell body work for nothing. Yeah, it's work. There's no doubt. And me, as I get older, it really takes a beating on your muscles and that, you know, which is probably healthy for me to be doing that. Two types of people, those that love body work and those that hate it. Some people are addicted to body work. I watched my dad do it, not for a living. My dad was a railroad worker, but to tell you the truth, Jim, he should have opened a body shop. He used to help me when I was young. Wow. I mean, he was really good at it. And he's like, I just enjoy doing it for a hobby. And he would do our cars, his truck, my car, the whole thing. And he was good at it. But he had more patience than I do when it comes to body work. When it comes to anything mechanical or interior customizations, I truthfully have a lot of patience for that. But when it's body work, it's like, ugh, hey, there she is. Yes, you do get stupid. I didn't know you were on because Heather's not on. Let me see. Did you find out where the 77 came from? No, I can ask my buddy, but I'm not sure. But I'm going to ask him. I could probably find out in all sincerity. And Heather was here kind of listening for a little while. So it's sport bikes and saw Harley V-Rod selling for $5K. Wow, V-Rod. I ain't seen one of them in a while. Told little Scott about meeting up. It was weird because he said he was at work and running late. And I asked if I could meet at night. Yeah, you got to be careful in this day and age. It's a different world we're living in. Busted. Yeah, I know, Rick. I'm more shocked than you think I was. At his house, got to get feeling something's wrong. Told him no longer interested. Sometimes it's the best thing to do is to walk away because we are living in some strange times, or maybe it's just my age, you know. And Ronald Rhodes, good evening from Contanning, the Carnegie guy. Ron, that is funny. I was just thinking about you the other day because I was thinking about this year's coming picnic, and I thought it was too hot for all of us. I'm going to have to do it in October, like it's nice and cool. And I wanted to do an interview with you, with your Carnegie. I think that would be awesome to do. But I don't know what your time frame's like, you know, or what you got going on. But I would love to do an interview here with that, you know, before winter. It's getting close to winter, though, huh? I'm glad you actually stopped in. I really am. Well, my wife is also called Heather, and we just celebrated our 31st. But oh, wow, that is really weird, Eric. Yeah, it's Heather. I listen. She's listening in the background, Eric. And that is great. 35 years with Heather. Well, you're Heather. That is awesome. Congratulations. And I think marriage is awesome. When you get the right person, it's an amazing adventure. It really is. Heather and I, even the kids, you know, will say, my kids are adults now in their late 20s, early 30s, but they all say, wow, we never grew up in a household where there was fighting. Heather and I just never argued. And I won't get into that, I'm sorry, but when you have a great wife, or, you know, I ain't going to say I'm a great husband, no, but it makes life wonderful. It really, really does. And 3G, welcome in. Thanks for stopping in. She must be awesome, Eric. Congratulations. Don't buy nothing at night. No. Oh, well, Neil's trying to start trouble. He's seen Heather come in and went, okay, I got this. There are definitely weird times on many fronts. Oh, Nate, it's a different world, brother. It's a different world. It's actually saying, and I try to ignore stuff for the most part. I try to just be happy and blow stuff off. But some days I'm like, really, you know, just go to Walmart and then you're like, oh, okay, yeah, there's issues, you know. I love my V-Rod. I actually get to ride it, but mine is a super shady situation as a wreck bike. And you know what? Honestly, the V-Rod, I forgot about. Do they even make them now, or are they done? I remember them around the 2003 time when the 100th anniversary or something, you know what I mean? And I thought they were pretty cool. But Heather, I think, got a little upset with me that time because in 2003, I didn't really care about the 100th anniversary. I bought a brand new bike right off the showroom floor, and I took it home, and I didn't want the 100th anniversary stuff on it, so I stripped all the metal off the bike and repainted it. And it was hours after we brought the bike home. I guess she went in to get coffee. I really don't remember. And she come out and went, "What the hell are you doing?" I stripped a brand new bike down. I wanted to make it my own. You know what I mean? Yes, Michael, I ride in North Tennessee. Love my '06 Susie 750. 750 is a nice size bike. I always had the CB 750 Hondas, and I think it's a great size motor. I always wanted, when I was young and I couldn't afford it, was a Kawasaki Eliminator. I never forgot that bike. I wanted one so bad when I was young. Good tip, stay out of dark alleys. James, you are right, brother. You are an awesome husband. Thank you, honey. That was sweet of you. It really was. Check your PayPal, honey. Just kidding. I'm missing Heather because I'm used to her being home. This really sucks, but it's how life works, you know. I miss my Ultra Classic, but I can't ride anymore. I'm sorry to hear that, Kenneth. I can ride, but I chose to stop riding. And I started riding mini bikes in the dirt when I was 6, 7, 8 years old. Dirt bike, Kyle 125. Then a Yamaha 650 at 16 years old, and then Harleys and Hondas my whole life. And I quit riding because this texting and everything is getting out of control. I'm on defense so bad now when I'm even driving my Jeep. Well, I should say Heather's Jeep, her Grand Cherokee, that I quit riding. I just had to. It just is getting too crazy, you know. That is a solid marriage. Marry your best friend in life will be great. And you know what, Nate? You are right. You know, Heather is my soulmate, my best friend. I mean, we have a blast together. Even just sitting on a porch, we're out there laughing and talking all the time. Like, I told her, the only worst part is one of us is going to go one day and the other one's going to suffer pretty bad because we are together nonstop. And that makes it difficult later, you know, but we enjoy the time that we're here together. And I got lucky. I hit the lottery meeting her, and it was amazing. It's been a great adventure. It really has. No, they are done. Harley groups were never impressed and didn't want to call it Harley, but I love them. I thought, and I understand Slam, and I thought that might have been the case. But truthfully, I thought the V-rods were pretty cool, to be honest with you. I really did. Stripping a brand new bike down is definitely that old school mentality. Yeah, Mike, I mean, I picked the bike I wanted right off the showroom floor, and I didn't want a new one. I wanted, for once in my life, a brand new bike. And Evo motor, of course, can't go wrong. But when I brought it home, I was looking at it and I'm like, I don't want to do the 100th anniversary thing. And I had no problem with anybody. Good night, Kevin. Give April a hug for us. And I hope you have a great weekend, brother. Truthfully, I just didn't want to be the knockoff guy that there he goes with this 100th anniversary. And there's nothing wrong with that. But I ripped all the metal off of it. And then I put chrome on because we all know Heather has chrome issues. So there came the primary cover off and the swing arm and just went crazy on it. And her and I had a lot of ride time together. And that was our close time together. We had so much fun going on rides. We'd go out through the country and that, and just great memories, really great memories. Yesterday, ironically, my neighbor had it in his garage for 6 years. Excuse me, came to me after 2 months of pressure, sold it to me for $1,000. For $1,000? Was that a typo? I'm the second owner. Wow, that is really cheap. Jeez. I'm in the minority. Triumph 650. Started with Trident, a couple Bonnies, snuck a Sporty in there, and then went back to Trident. My buddy, I don't know enough about them, Rick, the trumpets. My buddy, I thought, had like a 650, turned it into a hardtail. That didn't feel good on the back. And a Springer, and that thing was amazing looking. He had mini apes on. I can't ride with apes. My shoulders can't handle that. But truthfully, I thought it was a really unique bike. I like the exhaust, how it come out and down, you know. Geez, now I feel like building a bike. But it's just, I thought the trumpets were really cool. I really do. I like Indians too. I thought they were really nice. Wow, great story, Slade. Thank you, Slammin. I appreciate that. I really do. $1,000. That's the best 1,000 you probably spent in a long time, my friend, because I spend that food shopping. I mean, same with my wife and I became friends first, went on from there. We worked together, drive together, and sleep together every day. And hey, gamer, welcome in. Or I think you came in earlier. I can't remember now. And you know, Nate, that's important, is to become friends. And you're a man, you're not a child, so you know this already. But Heather and I talked on the phone. I mean, we knew who each other were just from similar friends and hanging out back in the day. But probably a weird conversation for the channel here, I guess. But we're family. And I lived up the street from her. My apartment was up the street from her apartment. And I was a mechanic then, started working on her car a little bit, you know. And we just started talking. But we talked on the phone, and Heather would remember better than me. We talked on the phone for months before we even got together and had dinner or a date. We just talked and talked and talked. I worked like 12, 14 hours a day, 7 days a week, which was fine. What else was I going to do? It was my job when I was a mechanic. But I would get down late at night after we talked for a while, and she was comfortable. And we were best friends forever after that. You know, some of us get lucky, Nate. There's no doubt. I can't say that enough. I really, if I had to do it all over again, I'd hope to do it exactly the same way, just all over again. He kept it very clean. All I needed to do was fix the left front shock. Wow, that Slammin', you did really good on that. In all sincerity, jeez, you did good, my friend. You really did. I had about 42 under my 2-year-old night rod special when I finished assembly and putting it back together on a new frame. Yeah, it don't take long with the money. I mean, I learned at one point it was probably a bad idea to take Heather to the Harley shop with me because every time I went in, she would like veer off over to the chrome section, you know, and it's all a joke because I love Heather to death. I try to do what she likes to our cars, our bikes, you know, and so true, sweetie. I knew you would agree. And Heather would go in and go, we need this piece of chrome. She'd be up at the parts counter with me. And Nick, I'm sorry, the parts guy, he would just snicker, you know. And we just had like the best times on the bike because even though you obviously can't talk much, I forget what size pipes I put on it now because I had to upjet the carburetor on it. She was pretty loud. And loud pipes save lives. I believe that regardless, you know. And we just had such nice times riding. Even when I was young and rode, you know, I rode with a large group of people for quite some time and had a lot of fun with them guys, you know. And then they get in trouble, and I'm like, I'm tired. I don't feel like doing this stuff, you know. And once Heather started riding with me, I just thought, wow, this is what riding's about, you know. And it's sad, but I think things have gotten, at least where we live, things have gotten a little crazy with the texting and driving. And I thought there was too many incidents that, and please don't take this wrong, I'm not egotistical, so I don't think you guys or ladies will take this wrong because I'm not a bragger, but the incidents that occurred while we were on a bike, the last couple of rides, if I was not an experienced rider, we would have been gone. So I thought it's time to put the kickstand down and sell the bike. It's over, you know, and it hurt. That was not easy. And I had built CB 750 choppers, quite a few when I was young. I loved them. How could you not like the Honda CB 750? I think they made them 69 to 78, the single overhead cams. What a great bike. That I built a couple choppers too. That, you know, and I used to think to myself, had I not had a lot of experience in riding, we would have both been gone. And people don't care anymore. I think it's gotten worse now with the texting and driving and everything. It is really bad. When we're riding down a highway here, well, sort of a highway, Heather's always got her little head in the window looking around, and she's like, wow. Somebody was probably doing like 55 and I was doing 60, just slowly passing them. And she's like, they were looking at reels while they were driving. So they must have had a nice size phone. And when Heather looked down, because we're in a Grand Cherokee, they were in a car, she was mad. She's like, how dare them? They were scrolling reels while you're driving. How can you even do that? You know what I mean? But I'm sorry. I really hate that. People need to put these phones down when they're in the car. Too many accidents now. Texting drive in North Cali is horrible around the holidays. Mike, it's horrible constantly around here. Thankfully, near you, it's just the holidays because it is non-stop here, non-stop. And I think that they'll give you a $50 fine if they pull you over. Really? I get a steeper fine if my car's not inspected. You're talking about somebody killing somebody with cell phone usage while driving. They need to, and I know this is a really weird thing to say, they need to up the ante on a fine to like $1,000, because when somebody gets caught once, then they're not going to do it again. Well, more than likely. But once it's had a CB 500. Oh, amazing bike. My buddy had a 500. Is that the dual overhead cam? I can't remember, Mr. Rhodes, but I thought that was a dual overhead cam. I can't remember now. My buddy Mike had one when we were young, and it was a really nice bike. I never ride on main highways. If anyone's texting on the back roads, I take, they'll hit a tree long before the highway, and that's no, I won't touch it. Yeah, I mean, if I had a bike now, or even the Beetle, when we go to take rides at one point, it's going to be on some nice country roads once in a while where I'm not dealing with the lunacy of, our streets around here. And I live in a nice area, but it doesn't matter. These people they're addicted to the phones so much that they're not even paying attention to the traffic now, sadly. Let me see. Where am I at here? There we go. Yeah, it's crazy out there. I try to ride with this group, but they were into careless speeding, and I decided solo was the best for me. You're better off, truthfully, slamming. I don't belong to no groups anymore for except you folks, the Slade community, I call it, because you people are what makes it the community, not me. And outside of that, I've pulled away from hanging out with groups and stuff like that, because something stupid always happens then, technically. I mean, traffic's so bad here in North Carolina, so I take a lot of caution when driving with the Beetle. Oh, I'm sure you do, Neil. There's no doubt. I had half a mind to put a 6-point roll cage in my Beetle. I mean, and I know that sounds crazy. Before I forget, I came across a cool air dryer, Motorgrid M30. They come with filters, but I guess you can use toilet paper rolls for replacement, and you get super dry, clean air. And you know what, Nate? I have my cages, I call them, for my Cadrons, and I gotta measure mine because I don't know, speaking of that, what filters I need for mine, because a couple people were saying about them aftermarket ones not fitting right, and I'm like, oh, that's great. So I don't know if I need to call Jeff at Caddy Shack or what, but I have Cadron cages, I call them, but I gotta measure mine and see what they are. I mean, fat ticket, California, for holding the phone, I believe $1,000. Oh, James, I wish they would do that here then. And I'm not a jerk like that. I don't want to see people get in trouble. But geez, I mean, $50, they can stop right down the magistrate and go, here's my $50, and leave holding their phone. I think they need to up the ante on that. I added a loud horn. I made the driver jump. Mr. Piario, 500 was quiet, but the horn wasn't. And I was thinking, Mike, the other day, this is probably rude, but them air compressed horns people prank people with, or they take them to hockey matches and do the whole thing. I was going to carry one in the car. Probably I won't do it, but I figure when somebody's next to me, pass them, or I'm past them slowly, and they're playing with their phone, I'd like to hang it out the window and go, Argh! But then again, if they wreck, then I'd feel horrible. So I mean, they will either learn or they will play victim. Sadly, Nate, you're right. In this day and age, so many of them play victim is the sad part. We're living in some strange times. They're trying to keep the people in the classic cars safe. And that's the thing is, you know, we don't have airbags and all that. We choose to drive vintage cars, although some of them are a little stronger than these new cars, though. But I don't know. It just seems different. It seems like we're on extreme defense now, you know, when we are out driving. I was looking at 2014 Trumpet, Air 850, and still air cooled. Wife says something's got to go. So anybody want an 03 from 4L Dodge? Rick's doing a trade-off now. A lot of people allow Beetles save lives. Yeah, they do. I bought a single quiet pack muffler this time, although I did a 1.5-inch exhaust because of the head. So we'll see what it sounds like. I tried to listen to some videos online to see if I'd like it. I hope that the outcome is happiness. But Ron, hey, do me a favor when you get a chance. Can you give me a yell? I'll give me a yell at my email. I'll type it in here when I'm done because I know you're not on Facebook, so that we can communicate with each other by texting on the phone, because I'd like you to stop by. You're not that far. And I'd love to do an interview in your car. The mileage, the car, your great personality. I think that would be fun to do. Let me actually put my old man glasses on a minute and put my email here. I'm glad you stopped in so you can write it down. His car is amazing. Okay. I just put my email in there. So if you could shoot me an email, Ron, that would be really great. Let me see here. People just do not see you on a motorcycle. No, they really don't, in all sincerity. My son found out the hard way in Chicago. They were through Chicago, and he was at a stoplight. He picked his phone up to look at it, and a cop saw that, pulled him over. $300. Yeah, and the sad part there is he was at a stoplight, but you think it would have told him, hey, you know, when you pull out, that thing better be put back down. But I guess they do what they do for a reason, Bob, you know. Let me see here. Because my chat jumped. Yeah, agreed, Slade. I must say, being in this group is way cool. One day I hope to get to meet you because this group is cool. And I hope to meet you too, Slam. And the folks on here are amazing. And, you know, Bob's out in Wisconsin. I have people in Kentucky, Maryland. And when we had the picnic, people just come from everywhere. And it was fun the day after the picnic because I had a brunch at the house and some folks over, 15 or 20 of us. I don't really know. It's just like being with family when we all get together. It is amazing. That's air dryer for your shop, air for painting cars, plasma cutting, etc. Oh, Nate, I'll send you a message tomorrow. Speaking of that, I didn't know what you meant. I apologize. Somebody offered me a 3D printer and an engraving machine. So I wanted to talk to you about that and see your train of thought. But I'll send you a message tomorrow about it and a link to it. It's a sponsor, but I thought might have a little bit of fun with that. Engraving some chrome or other things. The 3D printer, I don't know enough about that stuff. But, you know, I'll send you a message about that. I wanted to pick your brain on that. Train horn. Yeah. I was at Dad's and found an old Fram toilet paper filter. I'm not sure what I'm doing with it, but I got it. You know what? My buddy's old Hudson Hornet, Mr. Rick, had a toilet paper style oil filter in it. I don't know if it was Fram, but obviously the same type of thing. And I thought that was cool. You know, when he first told me about it, I thought, get the hell out of here. Now you're talking stupid, until he brought the car over, my buddy Jeff. And I was like, now how cool is that? You know? And it worked, you know. This old, I think it was a 52 Hornet, was still on the road. It looked like it had a chop top from the factory back, and I found that car amazing looking. I found that being an alert motorcyclist actually made me more alert driver. You're right, Otto. That was a very good way of putting that, my friend. Or put a truck horn in the VW and just smile when you hit it. Too many people think driving is a right, and it's really responsibility and privilege even when you're burning rubber. Well, you have to do a burnout, because if you don't, then people are like, geez. Yeah. Nate, if you didn't do burnouts, I'd be like, he's not feeling well. I hope he's okay. Very cool. 9 send parts for engraving. Oh, I'd hook you up, dude. I'd take care of you. You know that. They got a hold of me, and I'm going to be logging out here in a minute, but they got a hold of me and said, would you be interested, blah, blah, blah. And I'm thinking, yeah, I'm interested, you know, but I think it'll be fun to do. I I don't know. I can't. Maybe the back of the mirror on the door. Like, I started going all over the place online after that and thought, oh, I want to play with this a little bit, you know. So I'm waiting for them to answer back when. It was Creality, I think. Mrs. Nate's laughing. She's like, that ugly old man's being an idiot on there. Creality, I think. Creality, Nate. I'm pretty sure. We could probably do some pretty cool stuff for Noah too. But I really think it would be cool to get into doing some engraving and doing some extra videos on that stuff, you know. Yeah, please email me, Ron, so I can spike you my number. And I'd like to get together with you before it gets too cold out. I think it's really nice now because I'm old and I don't like humidity and heat. But I think that I'd like to really do a really nice interview on your Gia, if you don't mind, you know, if you're comfortable with that. If you don't want to be on film, you can be off to the side and they can hear your voice while I'm interviewing you with the car. Whatever is good for you is fine with me, but it happens to have some low miles on it. And I just think it is so unique and it's just wonderful. And I don't know if you caught it earlier, Mr. Rhodes, but I said if I do the picnic again this year, it's going to be like quadruple the people because I was going to wait till October to have it. It was too hot this past year. People weren't showing up. There was other car shows at the same time. So, and I didn't even get to spend time with you, which I wanted to. But at least I got to walk around your car real quick and it put me in shock. Like, I think I had a mild stroke. That is such a beautiful car. Let me see here. I could prototype some cool merch and parts. Oh yeah, Mike, the possibilities are endless. When they sent me a sponsorship for it, I was like, oh, 3D printer, I don't know what all I could do with it. But Nate, somebody like Nate would probably be designing the newest part or a space shuttle. You know, like I got ideas a little bit, but we'll see what happens. I'm waiting for them to answer me back again now because for some reason with email, people like, they'll say, hey, would you like this? Would you like that to try it out? And I'll look. Some things I decline, you know, if I don't think I could use them or the channel wouldn't benefit from watching it. And then some I'm like, okay. And a month later, they're like, okay, I'm going to send it right away. When will the film be ready? Well, you waited a month. I mean, like, wow. And Sitter family, can someone tell me whether it's okay to use 90.5 jugs with heads that are cut for 94s? I don't believe so. I don't believe so. I really don't. Maybe 92s, but 94s, I don't believe so. Nate, help me out here. But no, I do not believe that's going to work, to be honest with you. 90.5s are wonderful pistons, though. I love that. I love that range. It's always been a dependable size piston, technically. Nope, won't fit. I didn't think it would. I just want to make sure my brain wasn't elsewhere for a moment, but I didn't think so. 94 pistons are nice too, though. Thanks for the last everything. Going to sleep now. We're going to have a good night. Hey, Slam, and have a great night. I'm going in a moment too. It's getting late for me here, but thank you for being here, brother. I'll see you next week. People can send you files too and share their designs with you. Absolutely, Mike. I'm actually pretty excited about it. In all sincerity, I think it would be fun to do. I'll randomly start smoking the tires at a stoplight. Trying to get, I just pictured him doing this. Some youngster brought up, I think she'd be used to it by now, but she says, well, what are you doing? Nate has, if you ever went to his channel, he, and it's a no-nonsense channel. He's very, very laid back, a very intelligent young man. And the fabricating skills are amazing with his stuff. But he don't have just a Beetle. He has other stuff too. And I won't say it because then you have to go to his channel and see it. But honestly, Nate's attention to detail is what I really admire. And I'm not just saying that because he's on there. I've said it when he can't even hear me at all. But his attention to detail is very amazing. Make sunroof rails with it. Yeah, Rick, I wished I could because, wow, people would need them real fast. It's some of that stuff's becoming obsolete now, although you can still find the stuff on the Samba Classifieds or Hoovler is a couple hours from me. He has old parts in his garage and boxes labeled, you know. And you're very welcome, Suitor. Very welcome. I don't think so. I can't remember if they made thick wall. Yeah, I didn't think it was going to fit the 94s. I really, really did. And yeah, Ron, send me an email. I'll check it over the weekend, and I'll give you my phone number. Excuse me. I'm sorry. And before it gets weird out, you know, not with just people, but the weather, we'll go ahead and get together. I think that'd be awesome. I would love to interview that car. And you come with the car. So thank you for the info on the circlip. I'm off to bed. You're welcome, Ken. Have a great night and a great weekend. V8 Nate, you stud. Nate's an awesome dude. All you folks are, honestly. You really are. I mean, the thick wall is 92 diameter. Okay, that's why I spit out 92, but then I second guessed myself. So, all right, folks, I've been on for 2 hours. I'm hungry. I got to call Heather because I miss her already. And we've only been apart for 2 hours. Very weird guy. And but anyhow, thank you all for being here. I really appreciate all of you. And I truly mean that. I don't just say it. And the new video will be out Sunday. Probably won't be like the craziest thing, but Heather will be in it. So that means there will be some mental craziness in it. And I had pizza earlier, Nate, but I ate it all. Now I got to figure out something else. Thank you, folks. Love you all so much. I really do. And we'll see you next Friday night at 9 p.m. Eastern. And the new video will be out Sunday morning. And then the following week, we're back on the body work. So everybody have a safe weekend. Bless you all. Stay safe and happy. Ignore the bull crap going on around you. Ignore it. Watch fun stuff on TV, not the news. And hug your kids, your wives, your husbands. I'll talk to you soon. Oops.